Well, no one told me about her, the way she lied. Well, no one told me about her, how many people
Looking at the
cried.
security guard or whoever he was, actually, he was pretty cool.
At the Department of
He
Education.
was pretty cool standing in front of the Department of Education. She's only looking for trouble. She's not looking to help people learn. Look, tell Maxine and all of her friends that we're last in education. Out of 40 states, we're last. We're number 40. But we're number 1 in cost per pupil. That's all you have to know. We have to make a change. I want to send education back to the states. You know, if you send education to Iowa and to Indiana and to a lot of these states that are so good, to Idaho, they have no debt, they have no crime, they have no this, they have no that. It's like perfect, because the best states are, if you look at the list of the top, the best countries for education, it's Norway and Sweden and Denmark and Finland. And by the way, China's right up there in the top 5, which is pretty amazing for those that say it's too big for that. It's rated in the top 5. We're number 40. And we can have, if you take those states and many others, I think 35 states, they would be as good as Denmark and Norway. They would be as good as the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. They'd be in there.
Now, love the Indiana mention, Mr. President. We weren't sure these days if you talked about Indiana. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I'm all in favor of dismantling the Department of Education. I am not in favor of ranking ourselves in relationship to China or Denmark. I'm interested in asking what is the education we need and what is the education we want. And it is very possible that the people of Indiana will see it differently than the people of Michigan. And I say, let them compete. The competition will create the better outcome because it always has. This is what we need, not to compete against foreign nations. You've heard me say this numerous times. It's not like I change my mind based on who's in office. I know there are people out there who do that. I am not one of those people. We need to be focused on competition against ourselves. How do we make things better? How do we grow things? That's our question. How do we go out there and create a better world for our kids and for our future? That's it. Screw Denmark. I'm not angry, by the way, with the Danes. Lovely people, and they have fine snacks. I'm saying they're not my competition. We are our competition. That's my argument. I think it's a very, very good argument. The competition, however, has to be amongst those who are normal. This brings us to the political left. There is a magazine called The American Prospect. Never heard of The American Prospect a day in my life. And I'm going to that site right now. Oh yeah, you think my search history was screwed before? Woo! Ideas, politics, and power. I swear to you, I've never been to the site, but they have a story over there, and you think I can make this up? I don't have that skill set. This is I got to play it. I'll play it. All right, I'll play it.
Your car's seatbelt, safety miracle or decapitation nightmare?
What is the connection between rain and farming? The answer may surprise you.
Heroin, sex, machine guns, flamethrowers, murder. There's no story here. We've just found that ratings go up when we say those words.
It's time for the worst headline of the day.
What Trump could learn from Hitler on NIH funding. Don't ask me to make that up. This is an actual headline from an author by the name of Robert Kuttner, and it states, even the Fuhrer. By the way, it's not every day you hear somebody refer to Hitler as the Fuhrer. Enough of that. Even the Fuhrer knew to support German science and not just for war. Why is Trump trying to destroy America's great research universities? See, he wants to put a freeze on some spending, and it might affect what some universities get. They may have to take money out of their endowment. The moral of the story is he could learn from Hitler. I thought the left hated Nazis. It turns out, no, they're the ones praising them. Society is so broken. Matt Bear has traffic. What's going on, Matthew?
Northbound 69 closed in Hamilton County at Campus Parkway because of a semi-crash. Reroute posted at WIBC Traffic. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road at North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear. On the fives at WIBC Traffic.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
I'm with Sean Carnahan, sales manager for Adventure Homes, who uses Applied Innovation as their managed network services provider.
They do all of our computers, so they take care of all of our issues, anything that comes up with our servers, any tech support, software we need, any equipment we need.
And before Applied Innovation?
We had another company. It was a hometown company. It was actually bought out by Applied, so it was very nice to have a larger company and have a lot more offerings. Applied has done an excellent job in taking over that hometown account and really making sure we still feel like a hometown account.
How has Applied Innovation benefited Adventure Homes?
We have benefited because, we now have services that we did not have with our older company.
And for Sean?
Bottom line benefit for Sean, it saves me time because I'm not the IT guy anymore.
Outsource your IT function to Applied Innovation's experienced, knowledgeable network professionals. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Let's talk about getting back to your best. Lack energy, muscle mass, feel moody, or have low libido? It could be signs of low testosterone. Know your T levels. Get tested. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. The true experts are at Low T Center, and everyone's different. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT program.
Get personalized treatment at Low T Center. For current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 referral credit when you refer a new patient. LowTCenter.com. Book that appointment today. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey folks, Scott Wilson here from Wilson Farm Market. Even in winter, we're bringing you the best in farm fresh flavors. Stop in for our fresh salad bar, hot and crispy wing bar, and a cheese selection that is second to none. Got a sweet tooth? Our homemade pies, creamy fudge, and old-fashioned candy will hit the spot. Come see us on US 31 just north of Carmel. We're open every day 9 to 6. At Wilson Farm Market, we're all about fresh, local, and delicious. See you soon.
Life-changing discovery should never be left to chance. IU Indianapolis is Indiana's premier urban research university, home to 50 research centers and institutes, which means our students don't just study groundbreaking research, they make their very own breakthroughs from day one. We're here to make the future happen. Bring on tomorrow. IU Indianapolis. Discover what's next at go.iu.edu/breakthrough.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office. 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Get C&J's 6-point well inspection for the low price of only $285, and if you book now, you get double value from it because that $285 can also be used as a credit towards any other purchase above $900 for things like well cleaning, pump replacement, tank installation, or a new hydrant. This is Denny Smith, and you need to get this winter special before the season's in deep freeze. Just call C&J. Great systems and great people, too. 317-852-WELL. That's 317-852-WELL.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, driving could be tricky by Wednesday as a system brings snow and freezing rain to the area. Several teenagers are in jail for carjackings that happened last week. And will Indianapolis ever host a Super Bowl again? After Fox News from the Technology Recycler Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock.
Don't paralyze artificial intelligence with overregulation. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Vice President Vance has told world and tech leaders at an AI summit in Paris, saying the technology will be revolutionary for job creation, healthcare, national security.
He's thinking more about what AI can do for the world and less about what some see as its risks.
We must focus now on the opportunity to catch lightning in a bottle, unleash our most brilliant innovators.
Vice President Vance also told the summit that the Trump administration will keep what he calls ideological bias out of AI.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. And speaking of Europe, retaliation may be coming to President Trump imposing 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports. No exemptions.
In order to protect our country's future, a resurgence of U.S. manufacturing and production, the likes of which has not been seen for many decades.
After Hamas warned the Gaza ceasefire may be in jeopardy, claiming Israel's violating terms, President Trump warns Hamas must release all the remaining hostages by
Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all hell is going to break out.
The president says he's speaking only for himself, saying it's up to Israel to decide how to respond to any delay in a hostage release. President Trump also says he does not believe Palestinians should return to Gaza as part of his plan for a U.S. takeover of the war-torn territory.
Fox's Jared Halpern of the White House. A federal judge has delayed indefinitely a deadline for federal workers while considering a legal challenge to the Trump offer for them to resign and be paid through September. Tulsi Gabbard's cleared another hurdle as the director of National Intelligence nominee, a procedural vote in the Senate despite no Democratic support.
Some lawmakers have been outraged over her past support for government leaker Edward Snowden. She once pushed for charges against Snowden to be dropped even after he leaked classified data about a mass surveillance program to the media.
That's Fox's Mark Meredith. A full Senate confirmation vote may come tomorrow. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The conditions you could encounter. You have a clear radar on Monument Circle, and it's 31 degrees. Your high today is 38. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Driving could be tricky by late afternoon tomorrow as the storm brings snow and freezing rain to Indiana. Mike Kosh at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, talks about which areas are most likely to see freezing rain.
If you're in like Hamilton or Boone County or northern Marion County, that kind of thing, there's more of a concern of freezing rain up that way. But there's still a chance we could see some freezing rain, as far south as southern Marion County as well.
And Kosh says several storms will happen this week. He says you could see some light snow today across Indianapolis later today. A crash involving a semi-truck has closed part of I-69 in Fishers this morning. Matt Bear has more on that crash coming up in the WIBC Traffic Center here in a few minutes. Connected vehicle data is something that can help
if there's bad weather or traffic. John Herrick explains.
Think of it as using Apple or Google Maps on your phone when you drive. Professor Darcy Bullock is the director of the Joint Transportation and Research Program at Purdue University. He says they've looked at ways this kind of data can be most effective.
In general, you worry about severity, duration, and spatial extent. And this connected vehicle data gives us a very nice way of visualizing that.
Which is why he says it can help even the novice driver or a public agency who can use it as a resource. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
4 teenagers and an adult were arrested Monday for 2 carjackings that happened on Indy's north side on Friday. IMPD says the final charging decisions will be made by the Marion County Prosecutor's Office. The outbreak of bird flu at a farm in southern Indiana continues to take a toll on the nation's egg supply. Here's Kurt Darling.
2 million egg-laying birds had to be killed recently at a farm near Seymour. Now with a strained supply chain, IU economist Carol Rogers tells Wish TV that you'll be paying upwards of $5 to $6 a carton for eggs.
Because the demand is so high and continuously high that probably by mid to late summer.
That's when you can expect egg prices to start coming back down. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indianapolis hosting another Super Bowl is easier said than done. Harrison Silcox reports on a different NFL event that could come to the Circle City.
The NFL draft in Indianapolis. Well, Gary Dick with Inside Indiana Business says the city would like to host.
Indianapolis has bid on 2 future drafts. They're not saying which years they are yet, are still in the running, and are waiting to hear how those bids go.
Dick tells WIBC's Tony Katz that Indy maintains a good relationship with the NFL, which helps with this sort of thing. And the city's already hosting the Combine through 2026. That's a partnership they would like to extend. Harrison Silcox, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks hook up tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. How the roads looking, Matt Bear?
In Hamilton County, northbound 69 is closed at Campus Parkway, exit 210, because of a semi-crash that spilled its load, and they have to remove it from the tree line. So northbound 69 shut down at Campus Parkway, reroute posted at Matin Traffic, and at WIBC Traffic. Crash northeast side, Benford Boulevard at Fall Creek Parkway, North Drive, and on the northeast side, Lawrence, southbound 465 stop-and-go traffic from Allisonville Road 271st because of an earlier stall. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off ad-free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morse, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Here we are, cloudy skies in place for today. Snow will be missing us off to the south as southern Indiana deals with steady snow showers. High temperatures getting into the upper 30s for tonight. Cloudy skies remaining. Lows in the upper 20s. Now for Wednesday, we are expecting an impactful system in the afternoon and evening. It does appear, at least in central Indiana, we're watching for freezing rain, sleet, and eventually transitioning to just showers. It will remain all showers for the most part in south central and southern Indiana. Snow in northwestern parts of the state. High temperatures on Wednesday into the mid-30s. Still watching for precipitation in the form of freezing rain and rain Wednesday night. And on Thursday, would not rule out a couple lingering snow showers on the backside of that storm system.
That is Ryan Morse of Wish TV. Ryan, we appreciate it, man. Thank you. 30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:07. Think I could be a lobbyist? I don't know. I know that according to the IBJ, almost $30 million got spent last year lobbying the Indiana General Assembly, and I'm like, well, I gotta be good for some of that, right? You can let some of that fall into to my plate. Well, I think we're all missing the boat. We could be lobbyists. We could just, be like, hey, have another bourbon. You want to get steak? Well, we'll order another steak. Honestly, we could do this. We could be very, very successful at this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. Look, I'm not saying that there isn't more to being a lobbyist. All right, I'm not opposed to the concept. I'm simply saying that $30 million. It sounds about right. It sounds like something I could. Sounds like something I could go with. Sounds like something I could be a genuine part of. Dang it. Let me move it over to an actual opinion piece by James Briggs over at the Indy Star. I know. It's like you can't even believe that it's possible. But it is an opinion piece. I think he misses the mark, but it's an actual opinion piece. Indiana Republicans have found new villains, the suburbs. Whew. That is something. This is a conversation about property taxes. Allow me to start not throwing haymakers. That's not what I'm doing, but I'm going to be quite surgical in my approach, actually. And I will not be leaving anything out of the realm. Sue Finkham, the mayor of Carmel, is not spending Sue Finkham. Stop it. It's just silly. I'm not interested in starting a fight. I'm interested in solving a problem. And yes, municipalities have to grow up. And yes, James Briggs and Michael Hicks. Oh, by the way, for The Economist, Michael Hicks, who threatened me, January came and went, and you never told me you were going to be in Indianapolis. So I guess all this talk of I'd never say it to your face was just you engaged in a lot of bluster. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, Michael, I think you need Jesus. I think you need Jesus bad. And my advice to you is go find some. Don't be threatening people online. You sound ridiculous. You're a professor at Ball State. You write for the Indy Star. Could you act appropriate? We all make mistakes. I forgive you. Don't make it again. A municipality has to figure out how it's going to provide for the people of the municipality. A municipality also has to live within its means and can't decide that every time that there's an opportunity to grab a couple more bucks, their job is to take it. And if you don't want them to take it, you don't believe in growth. It is a despicable thing to do. So if we want to argue, as Briggs wants to argue, that Republicans are opposed to growth and opposed to having strong cities, that is not true. If you want to argue that people want services, right? This is the Michael Hicks argument. I don't disagree that people want services. The question is, what is the cost for those services? And then the follow-up question is, what is the mechanism to handle that cost? Property taxes are indeed too high, and property taxes at their very, very base are an affront to freedom. Property taxes mean you don't own what you own. If anybody wants to argue that fact, I would say you shouldn't be allowed to operate heavy machinery. Of course it's an affront. What you will then say to me, if you're rational, is it is the mechanism in which we are able to fund these things, like, for example, schools. My argument is, can't we find another way to fund the thing? Never mind what we think about schools as a whole. Never mind we're not funding schools as much as we're funding unions. And the people who will not make these arguments, the people who will not acknowledge these arguments, I think are weak and I think need to be put to the side. This is a time for grown-ups here. Just like the people who say, oh, who cares about property taxes? Oh, you're paying another $300 a year. Big deal. What an elitist, snobbish, despicable way to think about Hoosiers. You get dismissed as well. Now we've got a bunch of people who understand that if the money belongs to Hoosiers, the money might be necessary in order to grow a city, and we have to figure out how we do these things. What it is we want. Grown-ups now in the conversation. Not ridiculous people on either side. If we take the city of Carmel, or we take any city, town, municipality in Indiana, people do like when they have amenities. They like a park here. They like a this here. These things do indeed cost. They do cost. Is there another way to bring those things? Can't they be brought via the vote? Can't we say, hey, we want to spend on this? It means this tax. What do we say? Now, if there is something within the Indiana legislation or Indiana legislature that prevents that, let's take a look at the thing and see whether or not we should be preventing this. If a city wants to tax itself out of existence, they are welcome to. Equally so, a city is welcome to not tax themselves based on the Indy Star philosophy into existence. But to say that we should somehow not look at what's happening with property taxes because, well, if you do, you're saying you don't want cities to grow and you don't want good amenities is a low-class, low-rent, pseudo-intellectual, childlike argument. You prove your argument by proving here's what has been done here, and here are the taxes that allowed this to happen. If you think that this is the model, well, you're going to need the money to do it. That's proving an argument. And right now, I don't have people proving arguments. I have people proving how big their stuff is by thinking they're having a measuring contest. For the record, we can't see it, kids. And we don't want to see it. We want to figure out how we keep more money in the pockets of Hoosiers and let them make the decision, not have some system through some formula dictate whether or not we pay more or less. Let people have a say in this argument. And most importantly, don't tell us that we're somehow anti-American or un-American or not true Hoosiers because we don't want to spend the dollars. Maybe some cities do. Let them go and grow. Let them go to their people and say, this is what we want to do. I'm all in for that. And I think there's an argument to be made for you spend the money, look at what you can have. It's a fine argument. That Republicans don't want that is so unbelievably dopey that it could only come from the Indy Star. So, James Briggs, it's an opinion. But, man, there's so much more to the story. Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 69 in Hamilton County closed at Campus Parkway, exit 210 because of a semi crash from earlier this morning. Semi spilled its load, and that's heading to the cleanup right now. The exit to Campus Parkway is backed up to Brooks School Road, so you have a wait to be able to peel off. That's where we're being diverted, exit 210, and the reroute is posted at WIBC Traffic. There's a crash here, Benford Boulevard at Allisonville Road, backing up the inbound lanes of Benford. Crash on the west side. This is Speedway 21st Street at Cunningham Road. Northbound 65 slow out of the north split to West Street. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage for a limited time. Go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:17.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messelthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years!
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five!
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 61,695. Offers good through February 28, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
It's Chimney Solutions Indiana 10% off special going on now. Chimney sweeps and inspections included.
This is our 10th year in business. To thank all of our customers, we're offering a full 10% off all services. Don't let your fireplace and chimney be a headache. Let our team help you enjoy your fireplace this season.
Call the experts. Call Chimney Solutions Indiana at 317-757-6979 or visit chimneyindy.com.
Elon Musk tried to buy ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, kiss off, and then Elon Musk is like, your mother. I hate it when billionaires fight. Tears me up inside. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? We're live streaming, according to producer Carl. I can't see it, but people are in the chat, and so I'm like, okay. I guess we're live streaming. Well, you just go to WIBC. Do you go to 93 WIBC? Is that where you go? Is that where you go on YouTube? Is that it? I'm asking you, Carl. Is that where you go?
I'm confirming that whether or not it's WIBC or 93 WIBC. Yeah, it's
so
93.1 WIBC.
No, it's not. It's not 931 WIBC on YouTube. No way.
It says
93.1
WIBC.
That's not our channel. No, it's not. What is our damn channel? What? Maybe we should know this.
You know, it's at WIBC. It's at WIBC. Sorry for the confusion.
Point is, some people are watching us on the interwebs, and I don't know. what we're going to do with this is kind of beyond knowing. We've got an idea, and if it works the way Carl wants, producer Carl wants, if it works the way I want, it's going to be the greatest thing that has ever happened in the history of mankind. People are going to look at the polio vaccine and say, "Oh yeah, that was cool too." That's how this might work out. We're not there yet. We still don't know what the YouTube channel is. Once we figure that out, it's nothing but gold, people. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Nothing says we are united as a nation like a preacher advocating for violence against Elon Musk.
And in this nation, I'm worried that we are on the verge of bloodshed. This is an attempt to take us back to a day that we do not want to go and we will not go. So therefore, there will be conflict. I pray that the peace of God will win out and overcome the madness that is attempting to take over this nation. And I will say to you, beloved, no one likes violence, but sometimes violence is necessary. When Elon Musk forces his way into the United States Treasury and threatens to steal your personal information and your Social Security check, there is the possibility of violence.
That's not happening. You lunatic. That's not happening. No one is Elon Musk is not taking your Social Security check. He is not Scrooge McDuck, just, trying to find ways to grab your money. Who's the guy? Mr. Krabs, right? All right, Elon Musk, if it's better than Scrooge McDuck, is not Mr. Krabs. I went full SpongeBob. He's just not. Seeing where we have waste, well, that's pretty valuable, one would think. But he's going to steal your money, so therefore violence?
Sometimes the devil will act so ugly that you have no other choice but to get violent and fight. Well, someone might say, now, Reverend, you shouldn't be talking about violence. This isn't the Christian thing to do. Well, I will say, why not talk this way? Because Jesus did. Jesus said in this key verse, didn't he? The kingdom of heaven suffers what? Violence. And the who? The violent take it by force. The kingdom of God is a war zone. It is a battlefield. You did know this, right?
Now I'm gonna leave this to others. How they want to take that bit of scripture and whether or not this is a manipulation, I leave that to others. But for a year now or more, we have been discussing on this show that the political left was ginning people up to violence, was looking for a lone wolf to kill Donald Trump, was moving people towards violent acts. There is no question now. So now the question is, there's no question that they're trying to move people in this direction. What happens when they're moved? Because nothing good is going to come from this. I want to know what happens when they're moved. This threat against America that is being made. Head on a swivel, people. That's what I would do. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 69 closed at Campus Parkway, exit 210 because of a semi-crash from earlier this morning. Right now, that exit to Campus Parkway, where we're being diverted at, is backed up to Brook School Road, so you do have a wait as you make that peel off, and then you can continue on 136th Street after you exit. All that at Matt in traffic and at WIBC traffic. Crash Bedford Boulevard at Allisonville Road. Also a crash in Speedway 21st Street at Cunningham. Northbound 65 slowing out of the north split to west. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Oh, man, we're going to have a fun Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon. We start at 3:06.
Jeff Foxworthy scheduled to call in. We've got Jeff Boggs. We're going to have a lot of laughs today. 93 WIBC.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40, so I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina's way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text LEAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LEAP to 321-321. That's LEAP to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's tax time, and tax time is your time to buy a new Nissan and get double your tax refund or down payment only at Andy Moore Nissan of Indianapolis. For a limited time, when you buy any new Nissan, Andy Moore Nissan will double your tax refund or down payment up to $5,000. That means your $1,000 becomes $2,000. Your $2,000 becomes $4,000. Your $4,000 becomes $8,000. This month only, Andy Moore Nissan will double your down payment up to $10,000. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Good credit, bad credit, even no credit. Our credit experts will get you approved with the best terms, with as little as $0 down on any new Nissan in stock. Andy Moore Nissan is making deals other dealers won't and approving deals other dealers can't. Andy Moore Nissan, 4302 Lafayette Road, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Did you know Indiana has a critical shortage of high school referees?
It's causing our games to be canceled or understaffed, and we need your help. I'm Greer Swim from Fishers High School.
And I'm Cooper Allen from Shenandoah High School. We need you so we can keep playing our favorite sports.
So our opportunities to learn aren't limited.
So our experience in high school sports is everything it should be.
With your help, we can make sure we have enough officials for every game.
And student athletes around the state always have the chance to grow through high school sports.
Are you game? Sign up as a high school official in your community today.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. High school sports can't happen without high school officials. Help us fill an urgent need in our state so games aren't canceled or understaffed. Visit ihsaa.org to become an official today. This is protecting high school sports. This is serving your community. This is your IHSAA.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors. For 1951 cabinetry, visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Winter weather is headed your way. You have a clear radar and it's 32 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Highs near 40 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and this report is brought to you by Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. You could expect both snow and freezing rain in the coming days as 3 storm systems move across Indiana. The heaviest impact will probably hit on Wednesday afternoon into the evening rush.
Somewhere around the 70 corridor and north, looks like a mix of freezing rain and snow, with freezing rain more likely the closer you are to 70.
Mike Kosh of the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says you might see a little bit of snow today. Another system is expected to hit Saturday into Sunday, but forecasters aren't sure what type of precipitation that storm will bring. President Trump has called for NATO members to spend at least 5% of their GDP on defense. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reiterated this stance during a meeting this morning in Germany.
We're appreciative of what they've done. The alliance is rock solid, but any sort of an alliance needs full burden sharing.
And most NATO members will spend about 2% on their defense. The U.S. spends about 3% of GDP on our defense. Vice President J.D. Vance spoke to world leaders in Germany today at the Paris AI Action Summit, saying that AI could be politically weaponized.
We feel very strongly that AI must remain free from ideological bias
and that American AI will not be co-opted into a tool for authoritarian censorship.
And the Trump administration says OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle have pledged $500 billion in AI investments in the United States over the next few years under the project called Stargate. A man ended up in the hospital this morning following a house fire on the north side of Indianapolis in a neighborhood not far from 38th Street and Clarendon Road. IFD is looking into the cause. 2 million egg-laying birds had to be killed recently at a farm near Seymour because of the bird flu. Now, with the strained supply chain, IU economist Carlos Rogers tells Wish TV that you will be paying more for eggs.
Because the demand is so high and continuously high, that probably by mid to late summer.
He says you could expect to pay about $5 to $6 per carton for eggs, and then egg prices will probably come down this summer at some point. A man accused of child molesting who was out on bond finds himself back in jail. Here's Kurt Darling.
Court records show that John Peterson is back in custody in Boone County after he violated his bond agreement. Peterson is charged with child molesting, child porn possession, and neglect. He was initially arrested in 2022 and finally bonded out this past Friday. But records show he did not keep proper contact with county corrections, so he was ordered back to jail and was arrested in Whitestown. As of right now, Peterson is due in court for a jury trial to begin March 4th. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Westminster Kennel Dog Club show is underway in New York City this morning. About 2,500 dogs representing about 200 breeds are taking part in the annual event. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. Tonight, a national TV audience will tune in to see the Indiana Pacers take on the New York Knicks in their third and final matchup. Pacers center Thomas Bryant says he's excited to be part of the daily rotation.
You know, whatever those guys need me to do out there, I'm willing to do, and then they tell me to just go out there and play my game and just be free, which helps a lot as well.
Because of the national TV game, this game will start at 7:30. All-star forward Tawana Bonner says she's excited to join the Indiana Fever. She was introduced as the team's newest member on Monday.
The core that they have here now is just kind of want to fit in, and be another piece of the puzzle, and hopefully bring the energy dynamic and take us to a different level in the playoffs.
And Bonner played for the Connecticut Sun last season. Number 7, Purdue is on the road tonight against number 20, Michigan. Boilers head coach Matt Painter.
We're both up there in the standings trying to win a Big Ten championship. So you just have to kind of focus on some of the things that got you in that position.
And tonight's game starts at 7. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at northbound 69 closed at Campus Parkway exit 210 because of a semi crash from earlier. The semi dumped its load and it was in a tree line. So a lot to do on the cleanup here. In the meantime, that exit to Campus Parkway where we're being pushed right now, it's backed up to Brooks School Road, so you have a wait on that. The reroute is posted at WIBC Traffic and Madden Traffic if you want to check it out before you head out. Looking at a crash, it's Benford at Allisonville Road. Crash Speedway, 21st Street at Cunningham Road, and northbound 65 slow out of the north split to West Street MLK. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
Morton Building's annual Building Value Day sales event is here and now through the month of February. Morton buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. Whether you need a garage, farm shop, stall barn, or storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, now's the time to save on new buildings. Visit MortonBuildings.com to learn more and save on select new buildings that will stand the test of time. From Morton Buildings. Certain restrictions apply. See your local construction center for details.
Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaning starting at $119 plus a 4th room free and $75 off air duct cleaning too. Zero Res 317-388-5141.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, it smells like KFC, but it smells like KFC. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I find myself when I am, I've got some downtime. I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace, and interesting things, odd things, strange things, curious things, all sorts of things can be found on the marketplace, and I enjoy that tremendously. And I've bought things, I've sold things. And when I find something interesting, I share it with you. And we've said, sponsorships now available. I'll be my own sponsor today. The Marketplace brought to you by Trump and American Reset in 3 Bourbons. Tickets on sale now. You can go to tickets.tonykatz.com. April 17th. Kokomo, Indiana, Trump and American Reset in 3 Bourbons. We're going to try some great bourbon. We're going to take a look at Trump's first 100 days, compare it to other first 100 days throughout history. You can get the tickets. We still have some VIP tickets available. You're going to get the bourbon, the food, desserts, cigar afterwards, and an incredible time. You're going to learn. You're going to laugh. You're going to fall in love. Babies might get made. It is April 17th, Trump and American Reset in 3 Bourbons. Learn how Trump's first 100 days may be the most dynamic in American history. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Tickets.tonykatz.com. We are live, people. We are live. Now, to the marketplace. Matt Baer, do you like the KFC?
Yeah, it's delicious. Finger licking.
Is that right?
Finger licking good, yes.
Is that how you would describe the thing?
Yeah, it's what I was told since I was a little kid. It's embedded in my brain. Yeah.
Right. Well, this is a stool, which is usually what happens after
the
KFC.
Hey, phrase it.
That's right. I did it to myself. This is 6 KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken stools that are in great shape, according to the person who wrote this, out of Frankfort, Indiana. 24 inches tall, 16 inches wide. They're red, and they're like, it's like a white piping. I don't know if that's like fabric or that's metal around it. They're $170 for all 6. 6 stools, $170. But they might smell like KFC.
Well, I'm looking at the pictures here. They're covered in grease.
They're not.
Yes, they are. They're covered in dry grease. Look at the base of the
aren't
stool.
they?
Yes, it's got
that
grease.
one's a little bit covered in grease.
Good Lord, $170. 6. I wouldn't put one of these in my house. I'm not trying. To all the KFC lovers, I am sorry. Okay, but I would not put these in my house.
Hold on a second. Do you want to say that again, maybe with a little more feeling?
To all of you finger-licking KFC lovers out there, I am sorry. I'm so sorry if you bought KFC gift certificate for your lover on Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, the double-decker, stacked decker, and your sandwich. I don't know. I'm just saying it's a grease-covered stool. This is like the 3rd thing from KFC we've had on the marketplace this time. Why are we selling so much KFC stuff in Indiana?
All I know is we if you and I owned a KFC franchise, we would be rolling in it.
Double-decker. It'll clog your arteries, man.
No. When you sell it, it'll be healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Make that healthy. These stools could use a little cleaning.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, so there might be a deal in it.
This is why you have kids to clean these stools.
But I'm saying, will you ever get the smell out of it? Like, the smell of fried chicken is a glorious smell. The smell of day-old fried chicken?
Yeah.
That's less glorious.
You'll have the smell of the fried chicken, the condiments, everybody that sat there over 100 years. I think there are a lot of smells that are going to be embedded in these stools.
Yeah. Fried chicken and butt. That's what you've got. I mean, that's it. Like that's the whole thing.
It's the macaroni, then the potatoes, and then the butt. Right now.
Oh, I didn't even consider the mac and cheese.
Right.
I didn't consider the sides.
It's like the third.
Oh God, the humanity already.
The third best condiment on the KFC menu is.
Wait, whoa. Mac and cheese is not a condiment.
In a KFC world, it is. You get the little bucket. It's not like Ma just took a plate out of the oven or something. Okay.
Did you just have a moment? What was that?
I started thinking of Mom's mac and cheese, and I got emotional.
Did you?
Yes.
Does your mother make good mac and cheese?
Oh, everything she makes is good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, best damn cook in the world.
You think?
Yeah, I know. I've had them all.
If you say so.
Yeah, just saying.
If you say so. So you're not buying these tools?
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm here to tell you they're available. 6 of them, $170.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Buy your own degreaser. By the way, we are so helpful to sales on the marketplace, I can't even describe it. Hire us to sell your goods on the marketplace. Right there. All right, Matt, you go. I gotta read this. You stay right there, and then we'll do traffic. Tony Katz. That's me, by the way. 93 WIBC. Good morning. A lot of people taking a look at this economy and questioning whether or not it's the right time to buy a house. You got economic uncertainty. You got questions about interest rates. Is it the right time to sell your home? Am I going to get the price that I need? Take too long? You don't have to figure this out by yourself. There is a friendly, no-pressure, experienced agent who eats and sleeps Indianapolis real estate. It's Mark Dietel. Maybe what you're looking for is a guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but you don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. That makes perfect sense. Mark Dietel is the trusted real estate expert, trusted, recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed-upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. So just pick your move date. No long-term contracts to worry about. You can cancel it anytime. He's a normal guy. Crystal in Franklin was saying, I was moving to Kentucky and needed to move fast. I got the Mark Dietel marketing plan and was blown away. The plan worked. I got a full list price offer in the first weekend. Just like that, Mark and his team got it done. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold, or he'll buy it. That's Mark Dietel. Call today, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com. Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
All right, looking at northbound 69 at Hamilton County, closed at Campus Parkway because of a semi-crash. Cleanup still in progress. And that exit where we're being diverted, Campus Parkway, that's backed up almost to 126th Street, so we have a delay there. The whole thing's a mess. Crash Benford Boulevard at Allisonville Road. Looking at northbound 465 on the northeast side, that's a stall after East 56th Street on the right shoulder. Crash reported northbound 465 on the northwest side near 86th Street. Southbound 65 stop and go traffic towards downtown. 38th Kessler down to 29th, 8-minute delay. And northbound 65 slows after Keystone Avenue up to the south split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
The administration is taking shape.
I, Marco Rubio. I, Marco Rubio.
Y un gran honor y le doy las gracias al presidente Trump. I just said I saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico. That's what I said. So.
Hearings and votes continue.
You have said you're asking me, Senator, you're asking me not to sue vaccine.
Confirmations are underway.
The vice president votes in the affirmative, and the nomination is confirmed.
Follow the first 100 days on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
It's Hammer and Nigel for Window Nation. February is a short month, and if you haven't looked at your calendar yet, it ends on February 28th, which, coincidentally, is the last day that you can save 60% off all window styles from Window Nation. Plus, you can get zero interest with no payments for 2 years. But now only through the end of February. That's less than 28 days to save big on some of the best windows you could buy. Less than 28 days to get windows that will protect your home and family for decades. less than 28 days to get a quote on the windows that are going to stop the drafts and leaks and save you money on utility bills every month.
This February, you could miss Groundhog's Day and maybe even Valentine's Day. But do not miss your chance to save 60% off all windows and pay nothing for 2 years only from Window Nation. Schedule that free in-home consultation right now by calling 866-90-NATION or visiting windownation.com.
Hi, I'm Charlie Comer from Comer & Cross Premium Garage Floor Coatings. If your garage floor looks bad with stains, cracks, and pits, it makes your entire garage look bad. And a bad epoxy job or chipping paint makes your garage or basement look worse. With one quick call to 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, I can save you $1,000 on a new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor during our winter sale. A Comer & Cross concrete floor coating is the gold standard. Guaranteed. A Comer & Cross garage floor won't chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. What's the Comer & Cross difference? We make it so easy. We move your stuff out for you. We fix the cracks and pits perfectly. In one day, you will love your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor or basement floor just in time for spring. Call us right now for $1,000 in savings during our winter sale. Operators are standing by now at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERcross.com.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant at home office, 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Emmer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with national LTE coverage. Go to rapidradios.com and you'll get up to 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code RADIO for an additional 5% off.
Never miss your favorite shows on WIBC. Get your content to go. Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, Hammer and Nigel, Tony Kennett, The Gun Guy, Home and Garden. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision. But as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
There are people upset with President Trump for making that statement yesterday. He's signing executive orders, and he's asked about the hostages. He also questioned whether the hostages were still alive, a question many of us have asked. But he's had enough. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Great to be with you. Find everything over at TonyKatz.com. He has repeatedly said it's up to Israel, but Saturday at noon, or let all hell break loose. Returning all the hostages. No more of this drip and drab, and Hamas is now trying to renege on the deal and claiming Israel did this, Israel did that. Let's focus just on Trump's statement here, that the hostages have to be released. They look like Holocaust survivors, and that's what happened with these last 3 men who were tortured by Hamas. An organization, a terrorist organization supported by students on college campuses right here in Indiana and faculty, and I question whether or not supported by members of the Indianapolis City County Council. Not all, but some. Let's leave all of that to the side and let's get to something that is truly at the heart of what President Trump said here. This should have been said by Joe Biden a year ago. It should have been an October 8th conversation You return Americans to us now, or all hell's going to break loose. Nothing's off the table when you take Americans. Now, I have a much different take than others about what I mean when I say nothing is off the table. Nothing is off the table. The idea that a group of people can threaten Americans and think that somehow what is holy to them is sacred and can't be touched, no. There is nothing so holy that cannot be touched by American might if you take Americans hostage. Nothing. Remember that next time you try and blank with us. Joe Biden could have said this then. Joe Biden could have put American might to good use then. But Joe Biden's America was an America of, let's not have any escalation. No. Just let's everyone just try and be nice to each other. The Israelis learned over time that Joe Biden was going to be unhelpful and incompetent. And they got stronger and stronger as they went. But they were trying to keep these people alive and didn't do necessarily what I would have done in the moment. That's an arguable point. But the statement of return these people or else, and then actually acting on the or else, we could have done this. But Joe Biden wouldn't do it because Joe Biden didn't have it. The strength, the decency, the humanity. Those are just facts. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 69 closed at Campus Parkway because of a crash. Also, northeast side, northbound 465 at East 56. That's a stall on the right shoulder, backing us up to 70. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road at North Shadeland or online at drexelin.com. Matt Bear, WIBC Traffic.
Ashley Crane, IT Director for Belmont Beverage and Chalet Party Shops, has multiple products and services from Applied Innovation, including Applied Innovation's customer-friendly Managed Print Services program.
So the benefit for us is they're a partnership, they're a relationship, they're more than just managed print services, but they also offer other things like technical support.
Applied Innovation's IT professionals support your 34 stores.
They're just a really great company that has a lot to offer to a small IT team like ourselves. I have the peace of mind knowing that I have support that's reliable and knowledgeable to help me when I have issues outside of my expertise.
Summarize your Applied Innovation partnership.
My experience with Applied Innovation is absolutely wonderful. They're a great team of people to work with. They are responsive, they're helpful, and they're just affordable, they're reliable, they're just, all in all, they're a great company.
Applied Innovation, experienced backup IT support and reliable managed network services.
Hey, clock's ticking away, Valentine's Day shoppers. It's Terry Stacy, and for last-minute gifts, family-owned Cynthia's Hallmark makes it really easy. Cynthia's fragrant potpourri bouquets are beautiful, and they'll last forever and make a great decor piece for any home. Lots of plush, too, and the hottest plush on the market, Jelly Cat. Cynthia's always carries the softest, most lovable plush for kids of all ages. Cynthia's Spring Marabou lounge shirts and pants, silky smooth and come in beautiful patterns. Buy a pair of lounge pants for just $19.99. And get the lounge shirt for just $4.99, plus a wide selection of Demdeco jewelry and gifts, including the Art Heart Collection. Stunning and share a beautiful sentiment, perfect for those that you love. Speaking of jewelry, Cynthia's in Greenfield carries the most popular jewelry line in the country, gorgeous E. Newton jewelry. Shop locally owned Cynthia's Hallmark for the biggest selection of Valentine's Day gifts. 116th and Allisonville Road, 96th and Lantern Road, 116th and Brook School Road, and in Greenfield.
If you built a house, you'd start with a strong foundation, right? Now, if you want to build a financial game plan for retirement, you'd start with Social Security. That's the foundation, and here's why. The decision to file for Social Security could impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and even your Medicare premiums. Everything is impacted by Social Security. That's why it's critical you get this right.
Nobody knows Social Security like our guy, Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy. Bill is going to do customized. That's important. Customized Social Security analysis just for you. Everybody's different. He'll customize yours. And it's free. Absolutely free, even if you're not a client. So if you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, call our guy, Bill Demery, 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy.
It's Chimney Solutions Indiana 10% off special going on now. Chimney sweeps and inspections included.
This is our 10th year in business. To thank all of our customers, we're offering a full 10% off all services. Don't let your fireplace and chimney be a headache. Let our team help you enjoy your fireplace this season.
Call the experts. Call Chimney Solutions Indiana at 317-757-6979 or visit chimneyindy.com.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 61,695. Offers good through February 28, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office. 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Pat Sullivan here for Hope Plumbing. Have you been dreaming of kitchen updates since the new year began? My friends at Hope Plumbing want you to love your plumbing. Update your faucets, fixtures, water heaters, and more with a $100 off a $500 plus plumbing service. Make your remodel dreams or small home update wishes come true and start to love your plumbing again. Call and schedule an appointment today at 317-641-HOPE or visit them online at hopeplumbing.com.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, snow and even ice could happen on Wednesday as a series of storms moves across Indiana. You may be wondering, what if Indianapolis was to get another Super Bowl? Harrison Silcox reports on that, and Kurt Darling has a story about egg prices after Fox News from the Technology Recyclers Studios. 93 WIBC. It's 8 o'clock.
Artificial intelligence is revolutionary. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Vice President Vance said that this morning at an AI summit in Paris, warning overregulation, especially in Europe, would paralyze the technology. And
we feel very strongly that AI must remain free from ideological bias, and that American AI will not be co-opted into a tool for authoritarian censorship.
It's the vice president's first foreign trip since taking office. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also on his first trip visiting American troops in Stuttgart, Germany.
Grateful to be here. Thank you for showing us around, to see UCOM, to see AFRICOM, to see all the supporting staff, and to have some time to spend with all of you.
Secretary Hegseth will meet with the leaders of the European Command for the U.S. and U.S. Africa Command. President Trump will host Jordan's king at the White House this morning with a lot to talk about. From his plan that Middle East leaders oppose for the U.S. to take over war-torn Gaza and rebuild it, to the Trump threat that if Hamas does not release all the remaining hostages by Saturday, all hell will break out, telling reporters...
You'll find out, and they'll find out, too. Hamas will find out what I mean.
Today, Hamas has issued its reply, saying the president must remember that the ceasefire deal is the only way to get the remaining hostages released. More Israelis are due to be freed this Saturday, but the Palestinian militant group is threatening to postpone. They are accusing Israel of violating the agreement.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. President Trump's imposing 25% tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports to the U.S.
Our nation requires steel and aluminum to be made in America, not in foreign lands.
There are threats of retaliation from other countries. The Trump-led Justice Department's dropping a federal bribery and corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams, a Democrat cooperating with federal illegal immigration raids.
Acting U.S. Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove wrote in his memo, quote, "It cannot be ignored that Mayor Adams criticized the prior administration's immigration policies before the charges were filed."
Brooke Singman, America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What areas could see several inches of snow? You have a clear radar over Monument Circle right now where it's 31 degrees. Your high today, 38. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. northern Indiana could see about 3 inches of snow by Wednesday as a number of storms move across the state. Mike Kosh at the National Weather Service says at the end of the week there will be 3 storms that have passed through Indiana.
The jet stream's wavy, so it's bringing down colder air out of Canada, and it's sort of cyclic. As it moves along, it forms waves, and so each system starts on the front of the wave and brings down another.
Kosh says the most impactful of these storms will probably happen Wednesday afternoon into your evening rush. A man who led Avon police on a car chase that ended in a crash that killed a baby is facing 8 charges, including 2 counts of causing catastrophic injury while operating a motor vehicle. Sidone Pettis was driving a stolen car last week, say police, when he refused to stop for a traffic stop. A 2-month-old girl named Iris died in the crash. A 3-year-old boy was burned on 60% of his body. Egg prices are here to stay for now. High egg prices, that is. Kurt Darling reports on when you could expect egg prices to return to normal.
You're looking at around mid to late summer. The outbreak of bird flu at an egg farm in Jackson County has crippled the nation's supply of eggs.
There was a severe drop in supply. It is very much a direct impact.
IU economist Carol Rogers tells Wish TV you should expect to be paying upwards of $5 to $6 a carton for eggs for the time being. Finally, she urges you not to hoard or buy eggs in bulk because that will drive the price up even more. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
How does Indiana's average of $2.93 for gas stack up against other cities? Oil and gas analyst Trilby Lundberg with the Lundberg survey breaks it down.
At the low end in this sample, Houston is 261. San Francisco Bay is the high at 462. Salt Lake City, 304. Boston, 315. And Chicago is 345.
And Gas Buddy says the cheapest gas in the state right now is in Avon at $2.49. After Sunday's game, you may be wondering if Indianapolis will ever host another Super Bowl again. Here's Harrison Silcox.
Getting to host the big game a second time is likely to be a tough task for the capital city, says Gary Digg with Inside Indiana Business.
City officials, local officials have not ruled it out. I think a lot of people are questioning whether that will happen. Probably, perhaps not.
Dick tells WIBC's Tony Katz that Indy still has a good relationship with the NFL, and it's placed a couple of bids to potentially host a future NFL draft. Indianapolis still hosts the Combine, at least through 2026, but city leaders are hoping to extend that contract with the league. Harrison Silcox, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:05, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Yeah, Ryan, looking at northbound 69 Hamilton County crash closure at Campus Parkway, exit 210. That's a semi-crash from earlier this morning. It spilled its load. It ran into the trees. So cleanup is taking a minute here. Traffic is stopped almost to 126th Street in that exit to Campus Parkway, where we're being diverted right now. Reroute is posted at WIBC Traffic. Inbound 69 stop-and-go traffic from 106th Street down to 82nd for a 5-minute delay. Carmel, southbound 31 stop-and-go 136th Street to Main Street. Crash on the north side. This is Meridian at 86. Crash in Noblesville, State Road 32 at Hague Road. Also looking at inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic from 38th Street Guyan down to 21st. South side, northbound 65 slows from Keystone Avenue past Raymond Street. Traffic sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance. With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Ryan Morse, Wish TV meteorologist. What are we feeling?
Yeah, cloudy skies this morning, and those clouds will remain for the afternoon. Snow is ongoing in southern parts of the state. That will be missing central Indiana to the south for today. High temperatures in the upper 30s. For tonight, mostly cloudy to cloudy. Low temperatures in the upper 20s. Now, a more impactful system is on the way for Wednesday. It depends where you are with the precipitation type. But generally, we're expecting a wintry mix of freezing rain, sleet, and even some rain along I-70 and points south. Northwestern parts of the state will be remaining all snow. Precipitation will first be arriving in the early afternoon, if not lunchtime hours, and then continuing through the afternoon. By Wednesday night, rain and freezing rain start to taper off. Low temperatures in the upper 20s. Thursday morning, a couple lingering light snow showers on the backside of this storm system, but nothing too widespread. Our high temperatures in the upper 20s.
That is Ryan Morse of Wish TV. Ryan, thank you. 30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:07. So we had producer Carl reach out and ask some questions about what's going on with the price of eggs, and specifically what's going on with the chickens. Because, and I could be saying chicken, maybe we call it hen, and look, I claim no expertise here, all right? All I know is omelet's good. This is what I know. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. What we were trying to get an understanding of from farmers here in Indiana is, what are we dealing with when we're seeing the killing of all these chickens? Is this the only way it can happen? Why are the chickens being killed? Bird flu. This is what we're being told. We're being told that it's bird flu. And I don't want to start with the idea of, oh, this is just a lie. This is a fraud. It's not bird flu. I've had nobody come out and tell me it's absolutely not bird flu. This is all a scam. No part of that, right? We've got reporting from Wish TV, for example, about Seymour, where 2.8 million egg-laying hens had to be killed because of a bird flu outbreak in Jackson County. So first, that's just one county? In Indiana, 2.8 million hens? Maybe I don't quite understand the numbers or the economics, but that seems like a massive amount. That seems like a massive amount of chickens. I'm calling chickens, all right? I'm using a catch-all. I don't mean to be disparaging in this. Over the weekend, our Court Acre Egg Farm in Seymour tested positive for avian influenza. Again, I am not saying that they're making it up. The question before us is the destruction of the chicken the only thing that can be done? The follow-up question that I think is right to ask in this case is, does bird flu exist in other wildlife, other birds, and are we going about destroying those populations? Are we only destroying the chicken population? Is destroying the chicken the only thing that can be done? Now, we did reach out. Producer Carl, you reached out to people and said we would like to get some information about the chickens. People got back to us?
Yeah, they sent their media note back to us, what they shared with all the media.
So nobody would come on and answer a question, or no one would respond to the question and answer directly. They sent us some prepackaged news blurb, and that's it.
Exactly.
Okay. We're not interested in prepackaged news blurbs. If I wanted prepackaged news blurbs, I would have voted for Eric Holcomb for a third term. I want to know what's going on. I want to understand what it is you're dealing with. I want to understand what it is the marketplace should really and truly expect. You tell them they can only get a dozen eggs at Trader Joe's or 3 cartons at Costco, which will eventually be 2. You tell them that the price of eggs is going to go up another $3, $4. Explain it. Is this the only way it can work? I don't know. I don't think that's too hard. And I don't know why people would not want to. I ended up having a conversation yesterday with someone trying to explain this show in my place in Indiana. It's a very, very odd thing. That there are certainly some people who have been open and willing. Can I tell you that I never once. I should take this back. I'll use names. Outside of Brian Bosma, the former speaker, there are not but two members of the Republican Party who ever reached out to me when I first got to Indiana and said, hey, welcome. Not a one. Not a one. No members of the aside from maybe two, no members of the civic community, not a one. I never figured out what it was. Is it me? Is it the show? The style of show? Is it how I do it? Is that I might ask questions that might be uncomfortable, that we want answers to, and nobody wants to have to do that? And what I learned is I'm not sure what it is. It could very well be me. But there are a lot of people who will not engage and answer for a series of reasons that are beyond my understanding. Eric Holcomb would not come on the show and answer questions. I've got members of the General Assembly all over the place who won't come on the show and answer questions. Agreed. Some people I don't want on the show. You support communism. I'm not interested in doing an interview. You're a farmer and chickens are getting killed left and right. I have questions. Here's a question. How much are you being paid per chicken? The chicken's being killed. Wait, are you being paid? Is there a business in killing the chickens? I'm not trying to accuse you of anything. I'm trying to understand what's going on. I'm trying to understand what's happening. So if I could please find some farmers, I implore you. What's going on? Explain it to us. We want to listen. We want to understand why this is happening. Why is it happening now? There was no bird flu 4 months ago? Or there was and it wasn't a big deal? Is killing the chickens the only thing that can be done? What is the cost to you? What is the cost to all of us? Man, I hope we get some responses. And not this canned stuff. Guys, what else do we have to do? Because I'm not jumping through hoops. We deserve better. Hoosiers deserve better. We're looking for answers. You give us a canned response? Why? Come talk to us. Can't force you to do it. But I think if you're going to send me a press release, man, that is not an answer to the question. It makes me think that more questions should be asked. I hope we can find some people who talk to us and explain it, because it could be all very simple. I hope to bring that to you guys. I promise you, if I can, I will. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Hamilton County, northbound 69 still closed at Campus Parkway Southeastern, exit 210, and watching this traffic being diverted to Campus Parkway. It's been closed all morning. Semi semi into the trees, dropped its load, and now we have to clean everything up. So traffic is stopped back to 126th Street as you exit to Campus Parkway. Looking at the south side, Greenwood, southbound 65 south of Main Street, a crash causing stop-and-go traffic to County Line Road. Crash north side, Meridian at 86. Crash Noblesville, State Road 32 at Hague Road. Crash Carmel, southbound 31 at 131st Street, backed up to 136th Street. Inbound 65, stop-and-go traffic right now from 38th Street, Kessler Boulevard to 21st Street, a 13-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Restrictions apply. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
30 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Whether you're preparing for retirement, navigating a life transition, or simply wondering if you're on the right path, Howard Bailey Financial is here to help. Together, we'll work on a personalized plan designed to bring greater clarity to your goals and help you approach decisions with confidence. It's not just about numbers, it's about the life you want to lead and the legacy you want to leave behind. With over 20 years of experience, Howard Bailey Financial has been dedicated to guiding individuals as they work toward taking control of their financial future and finding peace of mind. Text PATH to 888-262-1104 to download a free retirement toolkit and start planning for the retirement you've dreamed of. Howard Bailey Financial, helping you turn hope into a plan and dreams into reality. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
When you're running a small business, every dollar counts. And there's lots of ways you could try saving money, like, say, subletting half your office to an exotic pet shop, or downsizing your fleet of catering trucks to a fleet of catering scooters. Or you could try a smarter way to save. Switch to Comcast Business Mobile. It could save you up to 70% on business wireless compared to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, and save you the hassle of having a parrot as your desk mate. So don't compromise your business to save money. Keep it growing with Comcast Business Mobile, an incredible value and smarter way to save. Comcast Business Mobile, powering smarter savings, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Compares weighted average of providers based on optimized pricing. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after data usage included with plan. Savings may vary.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
So Trump pardoned Blagojevich, the former governor of Illinois. First it was a commutation, now it's a full-on pardon. Trump saying, I've watched him. He was set up by a lot of bad people, some of the same people I had to deal with. And now Blagojevich is thinking of a run for office and political comebacks, people. I tell you what, Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. I don't know what to say. I didn't even know Blagojevich was on Celebrity Apprentice in 2010. I didn't know that. Funny how these things happen. Then there's the update that, during the halftime show there at the big game, right? Can't call it the other thing. And all of a sudden, there's a guy running around the field with a Palestinian flag. He was one of the dancers. He was one of the dancers and said, I don't need to do this. I need to run around with the Palestinian flag. And then security got him and brought him to the ground, and I think they were way too nice about it. Way too nice about it. A guy running around with the Palestinian flag. But it's interesting. You wonder how these dancers are vetted and how that worked, which leads us to the halftime show. And what in the world is it that people saw? People, of course, want to get visceral about the reactions. Worst halftime show ever, and ridiculous. What is the NFL doing? The NFL clearly knows what it's doing and the audience that it's trying to attract. They are believers that they have a Gen X and older white guy audience that's never going to leave, and they can do anything they want. They want to bring in a younger audience, and they want an audience that is either black or, if you want to call it, urban and younger in general. Get Gen Z, get more millennials involved. This is how they're doing it. That's that. But as for the halftime show itself, and Kendrick Lamar doing the halftime show, what's the messaging here? Was there a message here? Was there a purpose to it all? Certainly when you saw Samuel Jackson, dressed as Uncle Sam, you're like, okay, there's a political message here. What is it? And then you listen to some of the statements, and it's like, you got to play the game. You got to do it the way America wants. Oh, you're not doing it the way America wants. You're like, okay, you're playing in the political here. So there's an argument about whether or not what Kendrick Lamar was trying to do, for example, the red, white, and blue, the idea that America was built on the backs of black people, and the conversation about whether or not we're controlled by media and creates labels for people and divides people. Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam, but really still playing the part of the character in Django Unchained, the slave who loves the master. You got to do it a certain way. You got to act a certain way. And that there are people within rap or within entertainment who will totally do that. And those people, well, to quote the song, they not like us. Meaning there's real black America, and then there's not real black America. The entire field was meant to look like a prison yard. Well, I didn't see that. What I did see was the Sony PlayStation. I did see it was very obvious that the field was set up in a way that it looked like a PlayStation. It's supposed to look like a game. The whole thing ended game over. Right? There was a whole Squid Game connection to it all. Man, putting a lot into that. I'm still not sure who this message was for. I don't know who this was supposed to be to. I don't know if this is a message to America, or this is a message to quote-unquote black America, the conversation of black culture, to which, man, there's a discussion, a very, very large discussion. But if he was trying to make an argument or trying to make a statement, I think you had to want the statement. I do believe that. If the argument is you're going to make people change the way they think, I don't know if that's true. If you were also not interested in hitting at least half the audience that was watching that game. Now, if you didn't care about half that audience, and we go back to the NFL and say, why would you put on an act that doesn't care about half the audience and doesn't care about entertaining at all? It cares about something else that may or may not be true. Anyway, there's a lot here. There's a tremendous amount here. People liked it, didn't like the show. Man, that's true about every show. I'll let people to their own opinions. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Looking at northbound 69 Hamilton County. Northbound closed to Campus Parkway exit 210 because of a semi-crash. It's been there all morning. And that exit where we're being diverted, Campus Parkway, that's backed up well past Brooks School Road. So you have to wait a minute to exit, and then you have to reroute, probably using 136th Street. Reroutes posted at Manhattan Traffic and at WIBC Traffic. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic from 106th Street down to 465, just a 4-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop and go. 38th Kessler down to 21st Street, crash downtown. South split going from southbound 65 70, continuing to westbound 70. It's on the right side of the exit ramp. It is open with traffic backed up past Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th Thin River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Oh, man, we're going to have a fun Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon. We start at 3:06. Jeff Foxworthy scheduled to call in. We've got Jeff Boggs. We're going to have a lot of laughs today. 93 WIBC.
How about getting your significant other a little peace of mind this Valentine's Day, yeah? Romance them with the gift of financial security. They'll want to renew their vows, I promise. Matt Bear here. Hey, Trajan Wealth, the fiduciary advisors, will show you nothing but love with a tailor-made investment portfolio. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Starting from a foundation of mutual respect and understanding, Trajan Wealth will dedicate the time needed to listen to your goals and educate you on the options. Then we'll collaborate with you on a financial portfolio that's customized to you and your loved ones' hopes and dreams. It's feeling secure. It's peace of mind. Call Trajan Wealth at 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com today. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Do you remember when your life changed after giving it to Christ? Don't you want that for someone you love? That's why we're inviting you to Alpha, a place where your friends and family can explore life's biggest questions in a warm and welcoming space. We'll share a great meal, watch a short video, and have honest conversations where no question is off limits. It all starts on Monday, March 3rd at 6:30 p.m. at Life Church Noblesville. We'll create an environment where people feel safe, heard, and loved. Register now at lifechurchin.com.
This Valentine's Day, the perfect gift is at PA Jewelers inside Premier Arms in Brownsburg. You're going to find that one-of-a-kind piece without breaking the bank. Unique vintage pieces of jewelry dating back to the 1800s. One-of-a-kind pieces from local jewelers. And they also have those wow factor diamonds if you're looking to make this Valentine's Day something special. A big jewelry selection without the big jewelry price. It's more than a kiss. 3754 South Green Street in Brownsburg. 317-858-3030 online at premierarms.com.
Morton Building's annual Building Value Day sales event is here and now through the month of February. Morton buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. Whether you need a garage, farm shop, stall barn, or storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, now's the time to save on new buildings. Visit MortonBuildings.com to learn more and save on select new buildings that will stand the test of time. From Morton Buildings. Certain restrictions apply. See your local construction center for details.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Blood, sweat, tears. At Bill Estes, we know it takes hard work and years of doing the right thing to build a business people can depend on. That's why we don't make empty promises and expect your trust. Estes earns it. From Ford F-150s and Toyota Tacomas to Ram 1500s and Chevy Silverados, we have the trucks you'll love at prices you can believe in. But don't just take our word for it. Your trust means something. Estes earns it. BillEstes.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The storm's impact on driving conditions. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis right now where it's 31 degrees. Your high today is 38. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. Driving could be tricky by late afternoon as snow and freezing rain move across Indiana. Mike Kosh at the National Weather Service Indianapolis talks about which areas will most likely see freezing rain.
If you're in like Hamilton or Boone County or northern Marion County, that kind of thing, there's more of a concern of freezing rain up that way. But there's still a chance we could see some freezing rain, as far south as southern Marion County as well.
And Kosh says several storms are expected this week, and they may bring light snow to Indianapolis by today. The Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is keeping an eye on government spending. Fox's Madeline Rivera has details on contracts that the agency canceled Monday.
89 contracts with the Department of Education, totaling more than $800 million. 29 Education Department DEI training grants worth more than $100 million. And $59 million that Elon Musk says FEMA sent to hotels in New York City to house migrants who are in the country illegally.
Some Democrats say Elon Musk and some employees that work at DOGE have no legal authority to make those decisions, and that Republicans in Congress are avoiding accountability for the cuts that are being made. The outbreak of bird flu at a farm in southern Indiana continues to take a toll on the nation's egg supply. Here's Kurt Darling.
2 million egg-laying birds had to be killed recently at a farm near Seymour. Now with a strained supply chain, IU economist Carol Rogers tells Wish TV that you'll be paying upwards of $5 to $6 a carton for eggs.
Because the demand is so high and continuously high that probably by mid to late summer.
That's when you can expect egg prices to start coming back down. Kirk Darling, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Motley Crue's frontman Vince Neil's private jet was involved in a crash at an Arizona airport that killed somebody on Monday. His girlfriend was on board, but she was injured, not killed. Vince's girlfriend, Rain, suffered 5 broken ribs, and the dogs that were traveling on the plane were also injured. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is directing the military to put a pause on the recruitment of men that identify as women. Hegseth is also ordering the suspension of planned procedures for current service members with gender dysphoria. A Jennings County man is accused of killing his father. Here's John Herrick.
State police think there was a fight outside a home on Sunday involving Connor Montgomery, a woman, and 2 other kids. While this was happening, Connor's dad, Robert, was called to the scene before police were notified. Officers believe not long after Robert Montgomery got to the home, Connor shot and killed him. They also think he fired the gun off at the woman into the house prior to Robert's death. So Connor Montgomery was taken to the Jennings County Jail on several charges, one of which is murder. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices are $2.93 on the average across the state, says Gas Buddy. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks play tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, each team having won a game at home this season against each other. Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton talking about the team's recent West Coast road trip where they went 2-2.
Yeah, we struggled all 4 games on the road really to make shots early in the game. So we just got to do a better job getting good looks, not letting our offense affect our defense. And, I feel like that would help a lot.
If you take into account the playoffs, Indiana has won 5 games against New York at home. Tonight's game, because it's on national TV, starts at 7:30. Big night in the Big Ten. Number 7 Purdue plays number 20 Michigan in Ann Arbor. The game tips off at 7. IU is on the road against number 11 Michigan State tonight. That game you could listen to right here on 93 WIBC at 8 o'clock. And DeWanna Bonner introduced as the newest member of the Indiana Fever Monday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at Hamilton County, northbound 69 still closed at Campus Parkway. Exit 210. It has been all rush hour with traffic stop to 131st Street for people exiting to Campus Parkway. That's where you have to do it right now because of the closure. And possibly take 136th Street from there. Reroute posted at Matt in traffic. Inbound 69, stop and go from 106th Street down to 82nd, 3-minute delay. Inbound 65, stop and go traffic approaching downtown from 38th Street to 21st, an 11-minute delay. And southbound 65, 70 downtown, crash in the south split on the peel off to westbound 70. It's blocking the right shoulder, jamming up traffic into the north split and onto westbound 70. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
we have got ourselves, what do we have? Is it 30 degrees still? 31 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:37.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146th and River Road, North Shadeland, or drexelin.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Streaming there on the YouTubes. Just look for 93 WIBC. We are there. Dow futures down 130. NASDAQ futures down 138 right now. Oil prices up. $73.50 on the West Texas crude. So that's up $2 from yesterday. $77.15 on the Brent coming out of the ocean. Brent crude, $77.15 a barrel. The 10-year Treasury note is up a little bit, 4.538, but we're still in that range, in that 4.4, 4.5, and nothing here makes me think that there's an issue going forward. You do have this tariffs that Trump has placed now on steel and aluminum. And while it's good for those in the U.S., the EU is not pleased. Other nations not pleased. We will see this trade war play out. And then the only question to ask is whether or not it means a better deal overall. That's it. Do we have a better deal overall in trade imbalances? To say just a blanket tariff on steel and aluminum is meant to make it easier, less expensive, if you will, to get U.S. steel. I want people to buy U.S. steel. But if you're going to impose the tariffs do come back. There is retaliation, and the EU is gonna do it. So the question now is, what do we get? Where does this end? I don't have a good answer for you, because I don't know if they have an answer. I think the theory is let's give it a go. Let's see what we get. Let's put it out there. Let's throw a punch. Let's see what happens. That's where I think they're at. I wish I had more for you. By the way, I'm still obsessed over the story that almost $30 million was spent on lobbying in the Indiana General Assembly. $30 million. I think I could be a lobbyist. I think I could do it. Right? Just add one more thing to the well, I don't know if I could do this and be a lobbyist. Could I do this and be a lobbyist? It's the only thing, I must admit. Well, it's not the only thing. Elected office, people have come to me about. But I have had people be like, you would be good at this. And I'd be like, I think I'd be good at it too. What exactly is it? I think it's like being a movie producer. Nobody actually knows, but good producers get paid huge money. I think I could be an excellent producer. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced, because I think in the end, what a producer is doing is solving problem and reducing conflict. Right? I think that in the main, that's what it is. I can do that. If only because I can be totally nasty and not care. Wait, is that not it? Is that not how it works? All right, maybe I can't be a producer. $30 million on lobbyists for the General Assembly. Lobbying takes a lot of time, according to the chat over there on the YouTube, on the live stream. Being a lobbyist takes a lot of time. It does? I don't know. Well, that could change everything. That could change a whole bunch of things. But $30 million, maybe that's why it takes so much time. Yeah. Paid by the hour? No? Oh, you ever just feel like you're in the wrong business? I love what I do. But it's not paying $30 million, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty upset about it. Pretty upset indeed. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Kendall and Casey.
This is a bill that prohibits minors under 16 from using social media without parental permission.
This is an example of government trying to resolve a problem that they have no business being in, which is how you parent your kid. If you want your kid to be on social media, that's your right as a parent. You dictate that.
Kendall and Casey, weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Many times, patients have symptoms they didn't know were actually related to their airway breathing issues.
I was suffering from sinus issues, jaw issues, and neck pain. I guess I just kind of had my breaking point.
Unfortunately, this is typical. But until you get to the root of your problem, it's going to just persist. Fortunately, Jody took action, and the results were typical as well.
My quality of life is so different. But one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
Being able to breathe freely is life-changing, and the effects can go beyond that.
Sleeping better, having more energy, and it seemed as if all of those symptoms that I had just melted away.
And thank heavens for that, because at Advent, results are what drive us, helping you breathe well so you can live better.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Cold weather brings hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln. Select 2024 Lincoln Navigators now $12,000 off and get 0% for 72 months. How about an all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus now $6,000 off with rates starting at 4.9% for 60 months. So get in on those hot savings at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Lincoln Navigator MSRP 104,825. Lincoln Nautilus MSRP 61,695. Offers good through February 28, 2025. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Northbound 69 still closed in Hamilton County. Campus Parkway has been all morning for a semi-crash, and the exit to Campus Parkway, where we're being diverted, is stopped to 131st Street. Crash in the south split on the exit to westbound 70 and southbound 6570. Crash backed up to the north split and onto westbound 70. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Go where the pros go. Drexel Interiors for 1951 cabinetry. Visit Drexel's Kitchen and Bath Design Centers at 146 and River Road at North Shadeland or online at drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
31 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
She said, what do you know?
Listen to Hammer and Nigel Monday through Friday this week for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Jeff Foxworthy February 21st at the Fishers Event Center.
I know you need to pray for Tom. I just got
more info online at WIBC.com.
What the heck? It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is this TV theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl chooses a television theme song. Then I have to guess what this nonsense is. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. I have no clue what this ridiculousness is.
Lifeline?
You see, you say Lifeline like it's going to help. I'm telling you, no one knows. I'm telling you that this is a farce that you are trying to perpetrate on the American people. All right, let's go to Lifeline. Matt Bear, what the heck is this TV theme song?
That would be, that's a good one. This is, Brandon.
What?
I was thinking of the Western show that I know in my head. It's not Brandon. Okay.
Were you just throwing out just random words? Are you having a stroke?
Yeah. So I'm thinking Western shows. This is the good, the bad, and
no. This is not.
This is the Wicked West.
I stop guessing. You're killing me. I would assume that this is the kind of thing Casey Daniels would know. But some people in the chat have advised me that this is the theme to the Neil Lair News Hour. What? That is not what we meant.
It's a TV show.
Oh, God. You know, just when I think you can't be any more racist, there you are, proving me wrong with your bigotry, because that's just outright bigotry right there. Good Lord!
You kind of gave yourself a clue when you said it was a farce. PBS.
No, I would not have. I would not have known that. Wow, nice pick. Good job, everybody. There on the social medias and there in the chat over there at 93 WIBC on the YouTubes. Good Lord. That's hold on. I have some. See, it's my fault for going to social media where I'm being referred to as a Zionist cuck. Here's a great example of madness, just really quickly. Made the mistake of turning Tony Katz this morning. He's more concerned about a Palestinian flag, not Hamas, being brought up by a dancer, yet he hasn't talked about the representation of our flag being broken during that performance. True Zionist cock. Did I or did I not break down what people think the halftime show is about? I literally did that on the show. Social media. It's special. It really is something to behold. On Tony Katz today at noon, we will get more into Trump's statement there regarding Israel. You have the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, who has restored the name of Fort Bragg to Fort Bragg. That's going to be happening. It was, for a short while, renamed Fort Liberty. And then there's some conversations about how the Defense Department is making moves to put an end to transgender surgeries being paid for by the government. We will get into that. And then there's this. You know the guy who killed the healthcare CEO, the CEO of United Healthcare? This absolute anti-capitalist loser. This murderer. Oh, but he's really attractive. You're all weird. You're all weird. Well, you know, sometimes you got to kill a couple of healthcare CEOs to get your point across. Oh, dear Lord, don't tell me you want to be in that business, because I think if you were to ask Americans who would have to go to get a point across, I think people in areas of politics would be shocked to find out who's on their lists. Let's not be those people. Let's not be that society. Doesn't work out well for anybody. A bar in D.C. held an event so people, customers, could write love letters to this murderer paper hearts with messages, getting ready for Valentine's Day. You are cute. Let's make out. Will you be my Valentine? And will you shoot my grandpa? All messages that they put on this at this bar, Snappy's Small Bar. How broken? How broken is society that you could do this? And the answer is pretty broken. But I think there's also a level of desired shock value versus where people really are, right? Something happening at a bar in D.C. is not necessarily indicative of what's happening the nation over. And then I got a text from my mother. What is Elon Musk doing that has everyone in an uproar? Mom, love you. So a couple things. First of all, it's not everyone. It's just the left. Secondly, doing what Trump said he would do and getting rid of waste and fraud and seeing where there are issues in departments and showing America that the progressive left is very interested in government succeeding and doesn't actually care whether or not you succeed, which is why they never once were up in arms when Minneapolis or Seattle or Portland burned, but they are actually trying to storm the Department of Education when someone threatens their gimmies, their paychecks, and their opportunity to fund people who support their narrative. Also, Mom, send more banana bread. I don't know why you're being so lazy. Matt Bear is hungry. It's demanding.
I'm not calling your mom lazy. That's awful.
Well, first of all, it's good for her. Builds character.
Oh, okay.
Secondly, my mother asks about you.
No, I did not know that.
That's a true
I
story.
didn't expect that.
She does.
God bless her.
She wants to know that you're okay. She worries about you.
I am fantastic, Mrs.
Right?
Katz.
And then she wants to know about this new lady friend of yours.
Oh, well, again, that's... How did this become I have a...
Matt Bear has traffic!
Oh, screw you, looking at northbounds.
No way to talk to my mother.
Northbound 6570 stop and go traffic, Michigan Street up to the north split. And northbound 69 closed right now in Hamilton County at Campus Parkway because of a semi crash with traffic stop back to 131st Street with that exit to Campus Parkway a little bit slow right now. It's been closed all morning, remains closed again northbound 69 at Campus Parkway. Crash in the south split on the exit from southbound 6572 westbound 70 traffic